It sounds like you've tried to do some management yourself in the
Yeah.
past. How did that go for you?
So the first property I bought, again, I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just manage this one just so I can kind of get the big picture of what's going on. And, on that note, I would say too, for people watching this is if you're going to buy a property, I would, you know, kick that property, some information about it to your property manager, to your proposed property manager. Say, hey, what do you think about this area? What are rents you've seen with your clients and those kind of things? Because I've done that since the beginning, and that's been very helpful too. And I haven't so far, picked any areas. I don't think there are any really terrible areas in our local market here. But if there would have been, that's just a nice screening tool that's an advantage of a property manager. But the first one, I thought, yeah, I'll rent this. And then I was like, I'd be seeing patients all day. I'd rush and try to meet people, which of course is never the times they want to meet you, because when people want to meet you, they want to meet you. And so I kind of did a little market research. I had a price out there of what I was going to ask for rent. And after I interviewed the first potential client, I thought, I'm out. I'm getting the property manager in here, because they're just asking questions and when can I move into the, and I'm like, deer in the headlights. So turn it over to the property manager. And he was like, well, I think we can get $150 a month more than that, which was the case. So it more than covered the management fee, and then all the headaches were taken away. And so, 100% since then, I haven't looked back. I always had a manager on my properties because, property managers are really good at what they're doing. They know it. Definitely a property manager is a great tool to have. And I wouldn't recommend, if you really want to build your portfolio, to do it without it. If you just want to have one property, you can probably do it yourself, but you're also probably not going to ever make that much, because you're going to be, most people that do that, I see, they're too emotionally attached to that property. Usually it's something they lived in. It's like their baby, and they think it's worth $1 million when it's worth $50,000. And, you know, so I would say definitely get property managers, especially if you have more than one property.
And one thing that I've talked to a few different owners that own one property is they say, if I do it myself, I learn everything, I go through it, and then the tenant stays there for 1, 2, 3 years. I forget everything I learned because I'm not doing it repetitiously. And they're like, I make the same mistakes over and
Yeah.
over. So that's,
Or if you had, I haven't had this, I've maybe had, I think I've had 2 or 3 tenants in, 8 years in multiple properties where, I don't think we've ever actually had an eviction, but someone would vacate. Um, but like if that happened on your own and you got to try to figure out all the legalese and hire an attorney and stuff, you're gonna just in one transaction blow through anything you think you were saving by trying to do it yourself.